Hey guys, welcome back to Vlogmas. Today is day 12, and today I thought I would share with you some of my favorite humorous books. I have 10 books to show you, and these are in no particular order. The first book I have is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. We follow our main character, Kath. She goes off to college, and she doesn't really want to socialize with anyone. All she wants to do is write fan fiction for her favorite book series. This book has a lot of different emotions involved with it. There are times where it is really sad. There are some pretty serious moments as well, but this book is so funny. The interaction between the main character and her roommate is just, it's hilarious. Her roommate is sarcastic and she's kind of grumpy, and then the love interest in this book is just as funny. I found myself laughing out loud numerous times while I was reading this book. I have is Hyperbole and a Half by Allie Brosh. It is absolutely hilarious. I brought this book to work to read. I had to stop because I was actually laughing out loud, and some of my coworkers thought I was just crazy. On the cover, it says this book is about unfortunate situations, flawed coping mechanisms, mayhem, and other things that happened. It's a collection of like short stories that happened to this author. She mentions her dog in a lot of them, so if you're a dog lover, you're gonna just die from laughing. My favorite section is when she gives her dog an IQ test and her dog fails. The drawings in here are pretty funny as well. I mean, they're great. And look at the dog. Look at the dog. Next, I have Percy Jackson and the Olympians series by Rick Riordan. This is a series based on Greek mythology, and it's written in the perspective, well, the first book is written in this perspective of a 12-year-old boy who happens to be the son of Poseidon. Is just so funny. I love the chapter titles in this series. Examples are, I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher. 3 old ladies knit the socks of death. I become supreme lord of the bathroom. So if you're really wanting to get into a funny series, I highly recommend this one. Next I have Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. This book is absolutely hilarious. This book is set in multiple point of views. Simon, who's the main character, and then Baz, who is Simon's roommate. When you're reading from Baz's point of view, Baz is sarcastic and he's really snarky, and it just makes for such an entertaining read. The magic system is pretty fun, so I highly recommend giving this book a go. Next I have Weird Things Customers Say in Book by Jen Campbell. Collection of weird things that customers have happened to say in bookshops, and it's hilarious. I can't even imagine some of the crazy things that apparently people say in bookstores. To read something funny and short, I highly recommend that book. It didn't take me very long to read straight through, and I was just laughing the entire time. Next I have Can You Keep a Secret by Sophie Kinsella. This is one of my favorite humorous books. Our main character travels to a conference for work, and as she's flying back, the plane starts to lose altitude and drops a lot, and she thinks that they're going to die, so she just blabs all of her secrets to the guy sitting next to her. These are very intimate and personal secrets. Well, the next day when she's at work, the CEO of the company shows up, and it happens to be the guy that she was sitting next to on the plane. This book is so funny. Awkward funny. It had me cringing at times. The next book I have is another Sophie Kinsella book, and that is The Undomestic Goddess. We follow our main character. She's a young woman, ends up being fired, I believe, from her job. Takes a position as a cook or a maid at this guy's house. She doesn't know anything about cooking or house cleaning or any of that stuff. She just basically wreaks havoc and causes a whole bunch of mayhem. It is really funny. She blows up the kitchen. A whole bunch of crazy stuff happens, and it's hilarious. Honestly, any Sophie Kinsella book is really funny, but those are my 2 favorites. The next book I have is Hex Hall by Rachel Hawkins. Follow a teenage girl. She is sent to this remedial school for the supernatural. She is a witch. Is a funny main character. mood to read a book that is full of sass, I highly recommend this one. The next book I have is Door by Meg Cabot. A young woman, her elderly neighbor, and this guy ends up moving into that apartment, and she has it in her head that this guy killed her neighbor. It's kind of a 3-book series. The second one is Boy Meets Girl, and of the third one, which is Every Boy's Got One. What's really great about this series is that everything is written in emails and letters and text messages, which it just really makes this series unique, and I think it really adds a lot of comedy to it. Well, that is it for my favorite humorous book recommendations. Comment down below, let me know some of your favorite humorous books, and let me know if you've read any of the ones that I've recommended. I hope you all have a lovely evening, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Bye!